All right, what is going on, Coin Observatory? Thank you for tuning into tonight's Power Hour. Man, has it been a really good week for crypto, right? Especially for some of you guys, some of the VIPs. I'm gonna wait till a few more people jump into the stream. This has been intense. What's going on, Usman? Go ahead and make an announcement. Get everybody off Discord and on to the stream. All right, everyone. All right, so this has been a really interesting week. If you guys have been following closely, if you're subscribed to our Medium, if you're VIPs, I mean, even if you're not VIPs, you're just subscribed to us on Medium, you know we've seen this coming. We've seen this coming for like 2 weeks. We've been tracking it on the CME chart. I wrote about this before really. What's going on, Chad? Cam B. Before I like dive into what's really happening, I want to kind of take a recap and cover some things that we have published throughout the last 3 months. I've only published 3 articles, and they were pretty worthy. One of them was on February 7th. It was about the Bitcoin and BNB correlation, right? February 7th. It's 3-minute read. So these articles don't take a whole lot of time, but if you actually read them, you're gonna be positioned in a better. You're gonna be better positioned in this market. And the conclusion of this was the current BNB BTC rally could indicate that BTC USD is likely to experience upside volatility in the near future. This was on February 7th. Going to the BTC chart. February 7th was, I'm just gonna go to daily and kind of zoom out. February 7th was the low, the swing low, and the very next day, February 8th. This was February 7th, guys. Go ahead and kind of move the start your 7-day trial a little bit. February 7th, 2019, right? Like the day before the rally, we put out a publication saying we're going to see a turn. It kind of gets better than that. It gets a lot better. The next article was on ADA, was the trade setups. And if you guys took advantage of this, you got in at ADA right at the bottom of the shoulder right here. Yeah, and I put up, you know, the targets and stuff, and it was a double-edged sword for a short and a long at the same time. But more interestingly, is the article we put out on Sunday, 2 days ago, 2 days before the move up. And the conclusion that there's links to these in the video descriptions, so make sure you scroll through and read them when we're done. Why we think the CME chart is more survivable, and why we longed off the CME chart, and why it gave us a perfect entry. Not only that, but we did say our bullish target is at 4,700. More importantly, 4 p.m. CST today, which was Sunday a few days ago, and this coming week could mark new beginnings for the cryptocurrency market. So we try to gear up everybody for this. What's up, Matthew Pink? What's up, Troy? Just catching up with everybody. Buffering a little bit, buffering a lot. Sorry. What's up, Niall? Man, chat's on fire today. Regardless, so we try to gear you up for this. Our last power hour was super bullish. I'm gonna play some clips from that, and we'll get started. Just kind of want to highlight, you know, some of our findings. And let's see if you can get this to play. We're buffering really bad. Gotta get this thing in proportion. Oh, I don't know why we're buffering so bad. I think my internet's a little laggy today. So, okay, it's good on Christopher's end. Well, I'm not able to play this power hour, I guess, but this was the stream from a couple of days ago, and it pretty much covered why we long 38.55, and for the skeptics that think we didn't really long 38.55, we actually, this has been really good. All right, I mean, BitMEX sent us an email saying on April 2nd you were deleveraged, so they deleveraged us, and then they sent us a Bitcoin airdrop. So like, it's been good. It's been really good. Back to the 38.55 long. We longed this based on the CME chart because there was a lot of noise on all the other charts, right? And this was just a wedge retest. And if you guys read the article that's in the link, the March 31st article. We saw this descending bottoming wedge. We longed the pullback to it for this leg up. It cleared out all the previous gap ups and gaps down, all the chart gaps. There was no gaps below. There's no reason for us to come back down. There's no head and shoulders. I did call for a 17% target up. We are 30% up within 2 days. This is really exciting. In other news, I was asked for a Bitcoin target today, and I said the first target's gonna be like 5,200 because there was this bear flag, and we did get up to 5,228, a little higher. I'm looking for 57, 59 possibly. We did see a little bit of a sell-off today, but I mean, we just made 30% up in 2 days. You gotta expect volatility, right? We have to expect volatility in the market. Not only that, but that just shows you why when we got deleveraged, we got our position closed for 500% gain, and then we got some more XBT shipped to us, like an airdrop, which is really nice of Arthur. Thank you, Arthur. Why on the pullback at like 40, let me go to 30-minute chart. Where was my signal? I mean, we ended up longing XBTU right around here, and I was asked several times, like, hey, why don't, is this still a good time to buy in? Is it still a good time to buy in? Is it a good time to buy in? Why are you chasing, right? Buy support, because when people buy here, what's going to happen is volatility is high. When volatility is high, you want to long support because you're going to get stopped out. You're going to get shaken out. You're going to get your emotions tampered with. And where's your stop going to be, right? That's one reason we're longing support. When I was asked yesterday, hey, like, what do you think now? I said, like, you just support. Literally, one could buy the breakout, they're up, and then boom, retrace back to it. At least here, we were still in the profits in this shakeout. Skeptics don't make money. Guys, I've got the fastest internet on the island, and it still sucks. Sometimes it just cuts out. I don't know what's going on. Very blurry, buffering a little. Give me just a moment. I gotta see what's going on with my internet. I'll be right back, guys. All right, fam, you just got to deal with it. You just got to deal with it. Apologies. Thank you, Vincent. Thanks, everyone. Well, okay, so what's next for BTC? I still think we're bullish. I don't see a reason for us to retrace back down to the lows. Not as of yet. We might see some kind of shakeout, some kind of punishment, just like what we just did, that big red move down. But on the daily chart, I mean, last time we were in this territory, I'm just going to switch to Coinigy. It took 3 days for BTC to break out of this range. Actually, it took longer than that, right? We had a little bit of a bull flag. Here, I'll show you guys. We had a little bit of a bull flag down in this range at 4,700. A big move up to 57. And we kind of just traded in this range for a bit. Somewhat of a fake out head and shoulders, big move up. And so I think volatility is going to be high for a while. Yeah, we're bullish. We announced markets turning right here. Like, this was awesome. Anyways, give me some questions on Bitcoin. On the chart, I'm still bullish. I haven't hedged short. I'm not calling a top on this one yet. We're just gonna have to let the chart unfold, right? That's what we do. I can give more bullish targets, but besides the next two overhead and back to 5,200, which are 52.28, 57, 59, and that's just based off this bull flag that we saw that's breaking out. If I put it on the 4-hour chart, you can see that right here there was a little bit of a flag. Let's go to the 60. And you can see the flag. It's almost like a pennant. Broke out too soon, came back and retested. All right, this is a throwback. This is a good area to long, like these throwbacks to previous formations. This is exactly the same scenario for longing 38.55. Yeah, so 52.28, gotta retest that again, closing above it. 57.59. Real quickly, I'm going to add some of my moving averages because you guys know you've been trading a moving average cycle. And I'm just going to put XBT USD on here. All right, I mean, these pullbacks look healthy. The daily chart, the only thing that's worrisome, right? In terms of fibs, we're doing good. If we're going to pull back down, if we're going to come back down, I would look out for the 45.77 range. I'm just going to get rid of my VPVR. It crunches down the chart quite a bit. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So we could pull back to the 200 daily EMA, which is at like 4,600 or so. But it seems like momentum is to the upside. And historically, Bitcoin records the biggest gain within 1 year in 10 days, right? It's just done this over and over again. We get like these huge 10 days of gains. And this is day 3 of upside volatility, maybe day 4. I mean, if you started on Sunday, it's still day 3. So really optimistic on this. What's going on, Randy? What's up, Sean Pay? Man, stream quality is pretty low. All right, fam. Facebook, YouTube, ask me some questions on BTC. I had done my 3 targets overhead, which is 52, 57, 59, right? Which is gonna put us back close to this previous range. Then it's gonna get hard because we've got this last year's support, which is gonna turn into resistance, which will put us right at that 58.34. But once again, resistances end up getting broken. I don't know if we're gonna break it on the first try. It took us several tries to break through on the bearish side last year. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 attempts to break down from that resistance. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to puncture it on the first attempt to go up. Back here, it took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts to break through. So eventually resistances will become support. And when they do that in Bitcoin, we see upwards volatility. Yeah, hope you guys didn't miss the boat. I'm going to switch over to the CME chart, see where our 200-day moving average is. It's going to be BTC1. Look at that. For my VIPs, put up a target yesterday saying this is going to be the first stop for Bitcoin, right? And sure enough, it's doing exactly what we said it's going to do. My first target on Medium was pretty conservative, 4,700, but that was like leg 1 on the first day. And we ended up breaking it. So, in terms of market cycle, this is good, right? If we get a close above that 5,200 mark, it's going to get a lot more volatile to the upside. Now, we could trade here for a few days. We could pull back down to 46. Well, that can happen. I'm not going to disclose a lot of that on the stream right now because I want to see how price action kind of settles, and maybe we'll do an update. I'll post an update or a medium update in the next couple of days. It's just too soon to assess the volatile move of this magnitude. That's funny. I am not moving back closer. ETH, I'm gonna go over ETH because I'm pretty bullish on ETH. Go over ETH USD perpetual. We'll take the Bitstamp chart. Should have more data. So ETH USD closed above our RMA, RKMA, it's kind of setting up. It's trying to set up for a bull flag. It had the same shakeout. But in terms of support and resistance, whoa. In terms of support and resistance, it is above. It's above this key resistance, right? It's above that resistance. So we could be seeing something like a bull flag forming. Is too soon to call it up here. Either that or like a reverse triangle, inverse ascending triangle, or just an inverse pennant, which could cause further gains. We're above resistance, which is good. We're going to see the turn of support, and then boom, another big leg up. So I'm pretty bullish on ETH as well. Guys, we can keep complaining about the stream breaking up, or I'm not sure I can do anything about it right now. Let's go ahead and ask me some questions about altcoins. What's going on with alts? Show me some alt questions. Let's cover altcoins. This is ETHUSD, ETHUSDT. It's pretty much the same chart. I still think we're bullish. We closed above resistance. And I think we're gonna head back up personally. Looks like we're facing a little bit of an order block over here. But other than that, we should be moving on back up on Ether. The daily chart looks good. I'm gonna go over ETH BTC, which should give us more indication of Ether's heading. Alright, so kind of pull back down, right? It's doing this, I think it's doing a double bottom. I'm pretty bullish on ETH. I had gotten really bullish, pulled back down. We should be seeing it want to turn around, right? So ETH BTC, this is where our last entry was, right? So I'd be looking to possibly add here if I wanted to increase my exposure and my risk. Or I can add on the turn, right? I can add on once you get back up of our fib level. I'm gonna go and get back in Coinigy, ETH USD tether. Yeah. This ETHUSD is looking good. We're seeing a bull flag starting to form. This candle showed a lot of selling. All right, on pretty high volume. But the important part is we're above this resistance. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop a horizontal line. All right, and we're closing above. Big impulse move up. This is a doji candle, a little bit of indecision in the market, right? It's red. We can stall out here for a bit and then continue up, but in terms of closing above the 200-day moving average is critical. We could flatline, but momentum is up. Momentum's up. Just a moment. So it looks like the restream server that I'm streaming through, so I can stream on both Facebook and YouTube, is having the issue. Do you guys want me to stream strictly on YouTube? I can just go ahead and do that. Drop me some comments and let me know. Thoughts on alts. So, altcoins is an important question because, we had signaled in our trade update saying get out of alts, tighten stops on alts before the move up. So Monday, 11:51 p.m., tighten stop losses on alts if above T1, T2, T3, T4. Move your stop to the nearest target. It was really important to stop out of alts before the surge, and I announced this. Especially for some of our VIPs, did say, tighten your stops, guys. And that was very early on because we did see BTC moving up. We did see dominance get to a turning point, and it was just time to get out of alts. So it's not worth it. It's not worth checking our portfolio and seeing down in BTC value with a sideways USD value. No, it was time to lock it down, tighten those stops, and ride BTC up, right? I'm not gonna call bottom in alts. Since then, I've been really hesitant on calling any alts. We had 2 calls on alts. That's it, and I'm not looking to get into alts anytime soon until I see a good reason to do so. The night this up move started in our VIP room, I was getting asked, "Hey, when do you think alts are gonna move up again?" Well, we just traded an alt season, right? We traded the altcoin cycle. And we did really well. We had a strategy shift like on the week of the 24th or 22nd. And then when we saw BTC gearing up for this up move, I said, hey, get out of alts. They're not going to be able to hold on to their value. And I don't think they're ready. I mean, some alts are trying really hard, like VeChain's trying really hard. Nano's trying really hard. I'm constantly looking at 32 different altcoins on my monitors, the things that I'm interested in, things that look bullish, and we just haven't seen very many sustain. Like VET's looking good, but if they're breaking their trend lines, there's no saying where bottom is, right? And depending on the magnitude of this BTC move, we still don't know how far up it's going to go. So personally, this reminds me of the Bitcoin gold fork in 2017 when Bitcoin just went on a rager and alts just kept dumping. And I'm not willing to expose myself to that, especially after having a successful February and March with a really nice altcoin rally and making that BTC. I don't want to donate that BTC back to the market, right? So that's my perspective on alts. Wait for resistance. If it went up to 5K after that nasty fall down, like you gotta expect it. Sean, volatility is at an all-time high right now. It just is, at a yearly high right now. So we're gonna see these big price fluctuations, and that's because people are trying to get into these leverage positions, right? And they're trying to do that right now. FOMOing into these highs, right? FOMOing over here. Well, if you're going to buy the top, you're going to buy on the way up, you got to expect this to come down, right? So, I mean, we were good enough to long down here, 46, 47, 46.9, 4,700. We were, after getting closed out, we longed back over here on margin. So, yeah, you got to expect these big price fluctuations. Another reason for this pullback, there was a bit of a rising wedge, right? I'm not sure. It's probably not really a rising wedge. I was just trying to make sense of it. Maybe not. Okay, forget the rising wedge. But in terms of the pullback, was it a healthy one? Was it a good retracement? Where did we find support? Swing low to swing high with your fibs, right? Easiest way to figure out what's happening on a chart. Look at that. Wicks off the 61.8, trading above the 50. So I expect it to still be bullish. This was scary. This was a 3 black night. So it's choppy territory. Don't buy the top. You know, that's why I like buying knives. That's why we longed the 38.55 dip. That's why we bought it down here. I mean, heck, our entry's not even on the XBT USD. It was on a future, so it was even at a steeper discount. I mean, you know, this was 2 signals ago. So I'd buy this dip. So I wouldn't want to, there's no reason to buy these tops, especially after a 30% move up. You want to see consolidation. Currently, I was asked, you know, what are you looking for? We're just trading formations right now. I don't trust any indicators. Just going to trade some formations and see what's happening. So after a 38% move up from our previous entry, our last entry was after getting closed out. These are margin entries. You know, 13%. Yeah, you're gonna see a pullback. We're gonna see a pullback. We're gonna see volatility. Does that mean it's the end? I don't think it's the end of this run at all. All right, so you guys want me to cover hot? Want me to cover some alts? Going over hot for Giorgio. That looks interesting. Actually looks interesting. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. Hot's found support in the zone before, right? But I have no confidence in alts. The fact that it's gaining, that's hot ETH. Let me go to hot BTC. Yeah, I have no confidence in any altcoin right now. I don't. They gotta start showing force. I don't mind missing the first altcoin that pops, the second altcoin that pops, the third altcoin that pops. I don't mind missing those, because if we do miss those, they're gonna teach us a lesson. They're gonna teach us what the market's actually doing, and we're gonna figure out why they broke out, what to look out for, and how to trade the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. Right? So patience. Patience is key. I'm still long on XBT, absolutely. I'll post my position in the VIP chat once I'm done here, because I gotta hook up my VPN back up to log in. You already have been bad stream.